Hi there. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Valerie. How are you?
Hi, I'm well. How about you, Rafael?
I'm doing really well. I love your scarf, by the way. It's so beautiful.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, it's got the great colors in it, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I really like the film a lot. Thank you for sharing it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so I'm Valerie Milano from the Hollywood Times, an aspiring magazine, and it's so nice to meet you, Rafael Silva from the Compatriots. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us this morning. And how are you feeling as the Compatriots gets ready for release?
Oh, Valerie, I am excited. I am just so excited to share this with people. This has been a film that we've been working on for a while now. And so now to put it out into the hands of the public, I like to say, as a creative individual, the moment that we release it, it's no longer mine. It's now yours. And I am excited to see just what people think, their emotional responses to it. We put so much heart into this film, so much love, and it is such a timely message.
Yeah, so what first drew you to the role of Javi, and how did you know this story was one you wanted to help bring to life?
Yeah, to be honest with you, Valerie, the big drawing factor for me with the compatriots is the fact that he is an immigrant. I came to this country when I was 9 years old. I was born in Brazil originally. And for me, growing up in the United States, I went through so many of those same experiences that Javi did. So many of those experiences of bullying, of not belonging, not fitting in. And then also being a queer person, you add this other layer to it. So it's almost like I hit the minority lottery there, but it gave me so much perspective into life. And years later, after lots of counseling, lots of therapy, go to therapy is wonderful. I was able to look at the script and not only see myself in it, but see my younger self in it. And I think for me, it's a wonderful opportunity to be able to reflect back to our country, to our society, but what our experiences are like, what a young person in the United States growing up, struggling with their identity, struggling with belonging, struggling with, am I legal? Am I not? Am I undocumented? What am I even a human being? Am I valued? I think that these are all questions that as I was reading the script, I felt like, wow, this is a universe thing because if I had sat down to write this, I don't know that I would have gotten it out as beautifully as Spencer did.
Yes, I'm looking forward to speaking with him as well. The relationship between Javi and Hunter is at the heart of the film. How did you and Dennis Shepard build the trust and chemistry that's needed to make that friendship feel authentic on screen?
Yeah, that's a great question, Valerie. I think so. Before we started shooting, we had a little pre-production time. Dennis and I, we chatted quite a bit over FaceTime. We got to know each other over FaceTime quite a bit. And then Dennis flew into Boston. We met in Boston, and I grew up in Massachusetts. I grew up in the greater Boston area. This was his first time in Boston. So I said, listen, dude, let me take you around. Let's go do the Freedom Trail. Let's go ride the T. And so we did all these things. And over the course of the next 6 hours of us walking through Boston, going to the North End and getting an Italian sub and going to Chinatown or going to the Public Garden, we really understood each other's life perspectives as actors, as humans, as fellow brothers. And that's how we really approached this. We were able to connect almost immediately and see the humanity in each other and also the value that both of us were bringing into this film.
The film balances comedy and heartfelt drama. What was the biggest challenge for you in finding that tone, especially when the subject matter is so serious?
I think for I think for us as a whole, in the film, we first of all we approached the film with reverence because it is a film about an immigrant's journey, a queer person's journey, but more than anything, it's the human condition, and I think that's what helps cut through all of those different layers that we have there. I think for me, the film is able to approach, or rather, use the comedy as a device to connect with people. So the humor allows us to draw people in, keep the attention, and then evolve past that and really connect with the heart. There are multiple moments in the film where where Javi has the bad fortune of various things happening to him. But also there are various moments of levity where either Hunter doing something dumb or stupid, or both of us doing something dumb or stupid. And that's, I think that's the beauty of life, is that sometimes there are highs, sometimes there are lows. But when you do surround yourself with some wonderful people, with family around you, with people that have a wonderful heart, then it doesn't matter the highs or the lows. You can ride through the waves effortlessly.
The release coincides with Citizen Day in the United States. What does that timing mean to you, especially given the film's theme of belonging and identity?
Yeah, listen, let's start off with the title, The Compatriots. I was actually reminiscing about this earlier. I speak Portuguese and Spanish, and the word compatriots in Portuguese and Spanish is fairly used. It's part of the lexicon every day. Here in the US, in English, it's not super well versed, but I love it because it means that we're from the same country. We're neighbors. Maybe we won't see everything eye to eye, but at the end of the day, hey, we're compatriots. We are here together. And so for me, it's such a beauty to have it coincide with Citizens Day because that's what it means to be a citizen. It is to be a compatriot. It's to love your country. It's to love the people of your country. It's to love the culture. And believe it or not, Latinos in this country have added so much culture to our country. And one of the things that I love about this country, that I fell in love with the United States, is right around when I was 10 or 11 or so, I was learning about this whole idea of the US is a melting pot. And I thought that was incredible, Valerie, because it's, listen, we all bring our spices. You came from Ireland, you came from the UK, you came from Asia, Africa, South America, but we're all adding these wonderful, beautiful spices to the stew. And now we mix it all up, and here it is. This is what an American is. It's this beautiful thing built from all these different places, and I think that's what makes us special on the world stage. That is what distinguishes us from everywhere else. Is that to be an American means you can be from anywhere because the culture that we bring is what builds it up, and we're able to share that culture. And honestly, when you look at the at film worldwide, I would say that's one of the reasons why American film is so preeminent or so far, because it is able to connect with so many different cultures, because we do come from all these different places.
Lovely, lovely, Raphael. So you've been a part of major films like Little Women and Don't Look Up. How was working on The Compatriots different from those larger productions?
It was it was intimate. It was very intimate. It was very wonderful. Obviously, a smaller set than Don't Look Up, Little Women. However, everything was there. All the necessary ingredients to make a wonderful story, to make a compelling story, were there. I had an incredible time working with Greta Gerwig in Little Women, Adam McKay in Don't Look Up, and Spencer Cohen in The Compatriots, because for me, what he was able to do was he gave us so much liberty and so much space to feel these different scenes. There was so much improv that we used at different times, working with Caroline Portu, working with Dennis Shepard. Oh my God, all of these different actors that we brought in together. To be honest with you, it felt very much like this melting pot. And for me, it felt so special because I grew up in Massachusetts. And so to film in Massachusetts, to do this in the greater Boston area, oh, it felt amazing to really almost bring it back home.
So beyond acting, you're also a musician and a multilingual artist. How do those creative sides of you influence your screen work?
Oh, they influence every part of it, Valerie. I like to say that speaking a different language is like meeting a different side of yourself. It's a different personality that you enact through this. My first language is Portuguese. I was born in Brazil. My parents then moved to Colombia, so I learned Colombian Spanish. And it's quite funny because sometimes I'll speak Spanish with someone that speaks Spanish, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're from Colombia." Not
I
quite,
can
but
tell.
yes,
Yeah.
but the accent is there. And so it really infuses all these different parts of myself into my acting. I think it's because of the fact that I learned to speak all these different languages that gave me the ability to carry on all these different characters and almost switch effortlessly. I wouldn't say effortlessly, it does take some effort, but it's really wonderful to be able to use that. And the music part really comes in a special way. Music is everything, Valerie. Music is in every part of life. And for me, when I'm acting in that moment where they go action, that is music to me. That is living in the moment. There is nothing else going on. I could care less about anything else. I am here. I am with the other person and sharing that special moment. And I think that's the magic of filmmaking, is that then you, the audience, can watch it, see it, be mesmerized by it, and love it so much. And so it infuses everything. Absolutely.
So finally, what's next for you after the Compatriots? Any projects that you'd like to share?
Yeah, sure. My band Terza Club, we're releasing a new song in the next few weeks. So stay tuned for that. We have a really good song coming up. There's some other projects that I can't talk about yet, but stay tuned. There'll be some announcements soon. Absolutely, absolutely. And I'd love to share it with you, Valerie.
So how can our readers and our viewers find you and more about the film, social media or a website or what?
Yeah, you can find us on social media. The Compatriots at the Compatriots Film is the social media for the film. Mine is at Rafa C. Silva. You can find me on there and share a little bit about my life there and about projects and different things going on. But I'm excited. I'm more than anything, Valerie, I'm excited for the reactions of this film. I'm excited for the conversations that this film will start. Hopefully, this can be a good icebreaker for people. It's a great Friday night movie for you to pull up with your friends or with your loved ones, with your partner, and watch it and have it be a great conversation starter about what it means to be a citizen, what it means to be a compatriot.
We need this film right now with everything that's going on. And thank you, Rafael, for telling the story and your compatriots. And we are the Hollywood Times today and aspiringmagazine.com. Our YouTube channel is the Hollywood Times Official. It's been a pleasure meeting you online, and hopefully maybe our paths will cross in person. Thank you for your kindness and your creativity. And have a great rest of your day. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Valerie. It was a pleasure meeting you. Have a wonderful day.